Okay, so for my science vocabulary lesson diagram recording, I chose to do a sorting activity for the 3 vocab words. The first one is producer slash autotroph, and then consumer slash heterotroph, and then decomposers. So I have each definition written down. When we do this as a class, I would obviously have them write it down with me, and then we would sort these together. And I did 3 examples of each one. I just drew little examples that we will go through and sort. So if mushrooms comes up as our index card, I would say, okay, what does mushrooms do? Do they produce, consume, or decompose? Which they should know the definitions are living things that make their own nutrients during photosynthesis, living things that get nutrients by eating other living things, or living things that get nutrients by breaking down dead animals and plants. And I would obviously ask them questions like, where do you usually see mushrooms? Have you guys ever went mushroom hunting? They're usually on dead trees, yes, or underneath them. So then that's where we would put it under decomposers. What about apple trees? Apple trees, are they alive? Are they dead? Do they make their own food? And then they would say they're producers, they make their own food. Earthworms, they're in the dirt. They go in and eat everything underneath us that is already dead. Yes, they are decomposers. Bluebird, so this could be your blue jay, it could be any bird. You can think of cardinals, anything else. What do they eat? Think about what they eat. They eat nuts and everything. So if they eat nuts, that's eating other, right, plants or living things. So that's a consumer. Good job. What about a frog? What do frogs eat? How do they get their food or nutrients? Right, they also eat other living things. They eat plants. Yes. You ever catch frogs? They are good to eat. Sunflower is another plant, and usually plants are always producers. Yes, they make their own food and their own sugar through photosynthesis. It's that important word. Photosynthesis is when they get energy from the sun, right? Their food, produce it themselves. What about a rabbit? Right, they eat the carrots and then the garden. Some of you guys may have rabbits. I know Miss Jones has a class pet that's a rabbit. Yes, so they are consumers. And we have 2 left. This is bacteria. Now this may be a little harder for them to understand because we know bacteria lives everywhere, but how does it get its food is something different from where it lives. So where it gets its food is actually from breaking down the dead plants and animals, which is why there's more bacteria on dead things than there is live things, right? Or there should be. We got to keep safe and clean. Last one is a cactus. A cactus is a plant, so most plants, or all plants, are producers. All right, and that is how I would set it up. Here is the worksheet, and that is a vocab activity.